Hello, everybody. This is Cinephile Mike, and we have reached the end of documentary week with day 20 of Award Season Reviews Season 2. And to those who celebrate, Merry Christmas. Again, my apologies for the slightly delayed posting. I am here with the family and adjusting to the time change, and maybe I should have pre recorded, but well, here we are. I hope everyone is out enjoying what it is that they're doing. I saw a wonderful movie today, but I'm going to hold that review for coming later next week. I'll talk about that later. But to close out this week's documentary set, I chose to close because it's the holiday, but about a documentary about an actor who has inspired so many. I'm here with Apple TV's Still, a Michael J. Fox movie written by Michael J. Fox and directed by Davis Guggenheim. Now, like several of the other documentaries I've talked about this week, there is no box office information to speak of as the film was released primarily on digital platforms. Now, award season wise, it was not named Best Documentary by the National Board of Review. It received several Critics' Choice Documentary Awards, including Best Documentary, Director, Editing, and Narration. And it is one of the 15 documentaries that made the Oscar shortlist. So it is competing for one of those one of those five slots this year. Now, the subtitle for this film is very accurate. We are, in fact, watching a Michael J. Fox movie. Narrated by the man himself, Michael is going to tell us his story, his firsthand account of becoming an actor, the struggles he went through early in his career, marrying his co star, and then going on to mask and then incorporate his Parkinson's disease into his career and showing how he will not let this impede his work. It plays less like a documentary and more like a feature film about a character with, periodic fourth wall breaks by the protagonist, as opposed to just, multiple talking heads of different people in his life or using a lot of found footage. Now, to tell his story, Guggenheim incorporates several different methods throughout. We do have the traditional talking heads technique with Fox breaking the fourth wall and speaking to the audience. Then there are some transition scenes where, as Fox is narrating, we have a young actor in silhouette or from behind miming some activities that we have Fox narrating. He's kind of like the stand in for Fox. And then there's the most interesting of all is how the film incorporates scenes from his TV and film projects in place of a talking head or a recreation. For example, without spoiling, how often this is done, there's a scene where he talked about how life was when he was working on both Family Ties and Back to the Future at the same time, but they intercut scenes from the TV show in the film that act out or show what his characters were doing that was reflective of his real life, which is a unique approach, not often seen to the extent that it's being used here. Now, Fox had a long career, and this documentary gives us, these brief glimpses from the early days on Family Ties to the stint where he was, playing on The Good Wife as a lawyer with Parkinson's disease. Fun fact, not revealed in this documentary, but for the Michael J. Fox fans out there, he was nominated for 5 Emmys for his role on The Good Wife for guest star in a drama series for playing the lawyer he did. He honestly sells his story, and you really are gripped from the moment he opens up the dialogue and speaks to you. It could have been very easy for them to portray him in the film as a victim to his disease and the impact, but no, it talks about the grit and determination and how he will not let this define who he is. We learn the story of him and, how he went through life and how he built the career he did, not just honing in on one film or one TV project. Now, aside from this, there are some of the other elements in the filmmaking that were very well. The editing was stellar in how they cut back and forth between all the aforementioned elements, and its nomination and win for that category, is understandable. And I would almost be curious to know if it could, break that wall and become one of those rarities where a documentary gets nominated in another category. Of all the documentaries I've watched so far this season, and I've seen more than just what I've reviewed this week, I will honestly say that this one was my favorite, with yesterday's American Symphony running at a close second. This is the first documentary of this season of reviews to receive my 5 out of 5 star rating. The methods that they use to create the film and the story the film tells are very well executed. Given the parameters, I am sure this film will have a strong showing at this year's Emmy Awards as well, for which it is nominated for 7 different awards. Now, if you would like to watch still a Michael J. Fox story, you can catch it streaming exclusively on Apple TV Plus. All right. So, with that end, we have reached the end of documentary week. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. Now, there may be some more documentaries that pop up as the season progresses because I will definitely make sure I hit all of the ones that are nominated for the Academy Awards, including the shorts. But I am going to move on. And what better way to move on from the holidays than with Feel Good Week? So, Feel Good Week is going to include a series of the musicals and animated features this season, like Wonka, The Color Purple, The Boy and the Heron, Wish, and others. So, if you like what you heard here, please click and subscribe to the channel. Help spread the word. We are 30% of the subscriber goal accomplished. We have a little bit more to go, so please share the word. And if you want to keep your holiday film watching going, you can check out the 12 days of Christmas reviews in 25 words on Facebook and Instagram. See everybody tomorrow. And until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying Merry Christmas and take a break and watch something new.